Hi, my people. Welcome back to 100 Days of Data with Miss Miliana. It's day 22, and I am Francisca Miliana Zonki, your lead tutor for this challenge. So, we have started SQL. Day one of SQL, say day one of SQL was good. We actually was on the board to learn about what SQL is, and I hope you understand what SQL is. For yesterday, pardon me, there was a lot of challenge, but I maneuvered to just find my way around it. I watch YouTube videos to install these platforms or these tools, and there are a lot of YouTube videos that has a lot, and sometimes the YouTube videos are 2 years old, 3 years old, or maybe a year old or 6 months old. So sometimes there are a little bit of tweak in there. And also, I use a MacBook now. I'm no longer with the Windows team, right? But when you are installing your SQL, MySQL specifically, MySQL is what I teach. There are various types of SQL, but when you know one of them, you can use the idea or the knowledge for the rest. So I teach MySQL, MySQL, right? That's what I use, and that's what I installed on my laptop or on my Mac, right? So installing it, I went, you search for MySQL on Google or on your browser, it comes up, you go to download and you download the server. So for Mac, you download the server and then you download the workbench. So when you download the server, you run the server. So the server is like the back end, and then the workbench is your front end of you doing your machines and you doing your queries and creating your database and all that. Okay, so for Windows, it goes straight up and it will tell you download for Windows. And when you are downloading for Windows, there are a lot of things you have to look out for. So I will urge you to watch a YouTube video that is more simpler. If you want the YouTube video, I'm not going to add it to the link because I don't know the person. But if you join our WhatsApp group and you request for it, we're going to guide you to install it. So please come join our WhatsApp group to get all the assistance you need. Remember, this is a beginning challenge. It's also a challenge to me. It's a challenge to you. Whatever I know is what I'm sharing. So bear with me and let's all learn together. So for today, I am going to take you through the interface of the workbench, right? And as I now, I'm going to open it on my laptop and get into it. So let's go onto the laptop. Okay. So now we are here, and I'm going to open my SQL workbench. So I'm opening it up, right? As I open it up, I open up as well. All right. I open it up. Okay. Sorry. I make it bold. All right. So this is my query, and as you can see, this is the interface. So hold on, let me try making this. Um, Mm, I want to turn dark light mode. All right, so let's go to light mode. Yes. Sometimes teaching, I believe that the dark mode is going to be a bit tricky, right? I am going to talk about the interface. All right, so when you open your MySQL, this is how the interface looks like. Most of the time you are going to see this, right? So you are going to see the administration. So that's the server status. It's talking about the server status here. Don't bore yourself on all this, right? You can actually, all right, so it's asking for the local space and other states. It's asking for a lot of things. um let's refresh, and then all right, so don't refresh, is fine. These are administrative work, which is more of back end. So when it comes to you working with MySQL and learning your queries, you come to your schema. So your schema is more of like where you arrange your data, you arrange your database. All right, so you do that. I'm going to close here, and then you have this. So this is where you type in your query, right? So this is your local instance. So local instance is like your storage area or your warehouse where you're going to store the data. All right, so that's the beginning. And then you have your tabs here. So those are your tabs. It says what? SQL. It's when you put your cursor on it, you see what it's saying. Say what, create a new SQL tab for executing query. So let's click on it and see. So it has created a new SQL file, right? So when you come to this part, it says, well, open an SQL script file in a new query. So you click on it, it's going to give you, like, open your file and go and take. So if someone has sent you your SQL, an SQL file, you can come here and then open it up, right? So I don't have that, so that's it. Then this one talks about putting the cursor on it, open inspector for the selected object. So it's like ways to find out if you have errors and all that. That's fine. This is also another, this one says was create a new schema in the connected server. So you can create a new schema as well. So a new schema is was something like a warehouse, right? So you can be a data analyst for different types of people, and you have schemas to keep them, right? So maybe this new schema, I'm going to name it anyhow, let's say school, right? And I'm going to name it school and just apply, right? So it's saying create schema, so I'm applying it, right? So I have created a new schema, which is a database that I can keep other things on it as well. So that is it. We also have create a new table. So you are creating a new table. Schema is not selected, so you have to select it as well. So we get to know that as well. So these are the tools that we have. Practice. In fact, I have not used SQL on my Mac before, so we are all practicing together. Do you understand? So read, just like how I take it and I read and I play around it. That is basically it. Do not shy away from technology, as I say. All right. Okay, so let's close this, let's close that, let's close that, and let's come to the query, right? All right, so let's refresh our schema, and we have currently we have three database under the schemas. This is from the systems already. There's already some information here, and this already from the systems, so you can just play around it. So you can see it says what I went through is I just open the SYS and open the tables, right? So the arrow shows you there's something there, and I come, this is a table. So this is a data set under the tables. Then I come to the last icon. So when I click on the last icon, this is what happened. It says what, select everything from SYS dot sys underscore config. So sys, this is the database, right? So this is the database, and dot, right, this is the table, and this is the information that comes. So it's like query, show me this and let me show you that. Do you get as well? All right, then we can see school and we can see HR. All right, so that is it. Let's try to delete. All right, so I'm going to delete database HR. All right, it's saying missing. Okay, let's execute it. There's an error. All right, so we are learning through it. I like it when we have error. So it's saying this is the error. So you can see an error sign already, and I executed it with the lightning, the very first one, and it's telling me error. So you can come here to read the error message. You said you have an error in your syntax. All right, so you have to take note of that as well. All right, okay, so let's find out. It's saying missing from, right? So I think it's just the database. We want to delete this one, right? All right, so let's drop it. You are having error already, so you don't want to stress yourself. So I just come here, right click on it, and I'll say drop schema. Yes, drop it now. So it has deleted it. So I can drop the school one as well. drop schema, and I drop it, right? So I don't need my I don't need my my queries again. All right, so when you open it freshly like this is the interface. We are going to create our very first database under the schemas, right? So if you hear schema database, I think it's they have correlation. All right, so let's say create database, right? Called let's give it company. All right, then my semicolon. You see it's giving me blue, there's no or error there already, so I just go to execute and execute, and it says what the action says, what create database company affect one row affected. So I can't see it in my schema, so I come here and refresh it, so you can see that my database has been created. All right, so now my database, so let's create a second database. So create database school. All right, it's good to go. I execute with the second one. So if you execute with the first one, you are executing 1 and 2 all together again. But if I have already executed one already, which is the company, so the second one I'm going to use the I. When you bring it, so what executes the statement under the keyboard cursor, so only where the cursor is, and my cursor is on the 2, the line 2, so I'm executing only line 2. I execute line 2 and says what create database school, it has been affected and it's correct. So I can see it here. I am going to refresh the schema, and I have my company and school, and then this comes with the system already. I can actually drop it, so I can click on it because I don't need it and drop it, and I say yes, drop it. So these are my two databases I'm going to be using, right? So now my database is not active, so I am going to say use, okay, use company. All right, then semicolon, then I use my words as the second execution and execute it. You see what just happened? The company expanded and now the company is bold. Do you get? So let's do use school again. So use school, right? School, semicolon, and I execute. You see school has expanded and now school is bold. So if you are using your database, or if you create your database and you're using one specific database, you have to make sure you do that. You are activating it. All right, so we just created a database and then we just used activated our databases, right? So now let's create a table under the database. All right, um today is all about select from, but we have to know where we are going. All right, so now in the school I am going to create a database, a table. So create a table, same as database, create table, and then I'm going to say students, right? I'm going to name it as students, okay, and semicolon. We are good to go. Blue shows that your query is okay. Then I create it. Saying error, but I can't see. All right. Okay. So it's giving me an error saying that a table must have at least one visible column. So we don't have a column here, so that's why it's error. So create a database. Then now you have to tell the database what we are creating a table, pardon me. So creating a table, just like how we had the lines, right? And we had the lines inside there that the students had student ID, student's name, and all that. So the very first thing is we are creating a table, and we have column, the column of, let's say, ID. So instead of, okay, so let's continue. You are creating a table that consists of the students, their names, their ID, their class, and everything, right? So when you say create table, instead of comma, you're going to use bracket. So you see that the error is gone out. All right, so I can bring my bracket down here. Okay, and we're going to have it as student ID. So the ID, I'm going to make it a small capital letters, right? So the student ID, what would it be? Would it be numbers or would it be an integer? So I'm going to say it's going to be an integer, which is which is numbers. Okay. All right. So which is numbers from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all that. And then I'm going to say it's going to be an auto increment, right? So auto. All right. Uh, just wanted to. That is invalid. Is it my spelling or what? All right. So let's change this to be. I think the student ID was okay, right? Student underscore ID. Then we have this. I think my spelling is wrong, so let's go here and bring it out. So auto, okay. So it's supposed to be auto underscore increment. All right. It's telling me error. Okay. It's missing something. All right. We have comma. Okay. All right. So now we talk about creating a table, and I am just going to um, close it. All right, or maybe give another name. Say so then this will be, let me say, full name, right? So I'm going to do full underscore name. All right, full name is, or it's a varchar, right? Varchar is text categorical data. Okay, and I close my brackets and I do my semicolon. It's still giving me error. What is happening? All right, I want to find out why the error is happening. All right, so let's execute it and see the error. Let's say manual. You're still finding out. Okay, so we just found out. This is, if you don't know, you don't know it. So if you say you want a varchar, you have to give the limit of the numbers. Like, okay, you see that when you are saving your name, sometimes it says what is too long. You have to give the length of the name, so it can be up to 100 characters. That means the alphabet in each person's name should be about 100. So that wasn't stated, and that was giving us the error, right? So now I have stated it, there's no error, and we can execute our table. So now let's execute it. It's saying there can be only I want to read only one auto column, and it must be defined as a key. All right, so now what this means is that our id our table has to have um a key, which is primary key, secondary key, and all that. So we are going to look at that in the next video, what primary key is, what secondary what foreign keys are, right? And I think that one will be on the board. All right, so for our student IDs, our primary key, that is our main identifier. Okay, all right, so our main identifier, that is like the unique way of identifying the students. You remember that if you go to school, sometimes we don't even use our names on our exam sheets, we use the student ID. That's what it's saying here. And the student ID is auto increments, like each person is numbered 1 2 3 4 5, like to count the whole student, right? So that's it as well. So always do not run away from your errors, but use it to learn, right? That's why I even decided that okay, all errors that we make, you're going to read the error code and know what it is. As I said, technology teaches you as you go. So now let's create the final. Yay, we got it. So now let's execute our, let's refresh, and we can see that under the school there's a new arrow by the tables. So we have the table here and we have the students here. So now let's look at the actual query we wanted to look at for today, which is select everything from where, from students, right? Semicolon, and let's execute. All right, so you can see the student's ID and full name, right? So we can see that we've not put any information there, so it is empty, which is now, right? So what that select from does, it actually shows you the information that you want to see. So for this one, we wanted to see everything. The star stands for everything in the what, table of the students, right? Why didn't we bring dot anything here? Because we have activated the school and we've typed the right name, so we are good to know. So everything we are doing is for the school. So let's do same for, let's create a table, right? We've already created a database. Let's create a table for um the company database. So we are going to come to number 4 and execute it, only that one. So I've executed it, so now my company is activated, right? So I'm going to create, so you can do it in different query sheets, like you can come here to create another one, but I'm doing everything here, right? So I'm creating table HR, okay, and I am going to name it, we have staff ID, staff underscore ID, which is an integer and which is auto increment, right? Auto increment, and which is also what, a primary key. The staff ID is what we are going to use to identify people, and we have the full name, full name of student, a full name, so full name underscore name, which is a varchar, and the name can be how many characters, 100 characters. So you can say 50 characters depending on the name structure you want. Then I bring my semicolon, then I create the table. All right, I have created it. I refresh my schema and you can see that we have the arrow by the table now. Then now you have your, if you open the arrow, you see your HR. So let's look at our HR. So you're going to say what? Select star from students. Sorry, so let's start from HR. Remember, and we execute. So it's going to show us the staff ID and the full name. That is what we mean by creating a database. So we created a database in this video. We created tables in this video, and we use select from. All right, so we are learning the query language. All right, and do not run away from the errors. That's why this is a challenge. We are learning from all our mistakes. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, so we've come to the end of day 22. Yeah, so we've come to the end of day 22, and we just learned how to create our database and how to actually create a table in the database and use the select from. All right, so it's actually a process that you go through. Please play around the whole tool, read what it tells you, all the errors that comes. Do not run away from it that I've gotten an error. No, read the error code and you'll find out what is happening, and you correct it. Just play around it, just fix your mind to find the error, and you always find it because it is telling you where the error is. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are learning, and pardon me if the energy is a bit down, pardon me, but we are finding our way around it as well. I was learning, mind you, because it's a new tool, not the SQL, the laptop, right? Is a new tool that we are learning. All right, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video or this channel to your friends who want to learn data from scratch. This will help them very much. Thank you so much. So we've come to the end of day 22, and we just learned how to create our database and how to actually create a table in the database and use the select from. All right, so it's actually a process that you go through. Please play around the whole tool, read what it tells you, all the errors that comes. Do not run away from it that I've gotten an error. No, read the error code and you'll find out what is happening, and you correct it. Just play around it, just fix your mind to find the error, and you always find it because it is telling you where the error is. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are learning, and pardon me if the energy is a bit down, pardon me, but we are finding our way around it as well. I was learning, mind you, because it's a new tool, not the SQL, the laptop, right? It's a new tool that we are learning. All right, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share this video or this channel to your friends who want to learn data from scratch. This will help them very much. Thank you so much for watching, and it's bye for now.